There is a pattern most people never notice. You start something important, and for a few hours or a few days, you feel powerful. You feel like this time will be different. And then something very small happens. You tell someone, a friend, a family member, or even just a random post online. And suddenly, the energy shifts. Not outside, inside. Your mind feels like it has already moved forward, even though nothing has actually changed. Psychology explains this in a simple way. The brain confuses expression with progress. When you talk about your goal, your brain creates a mental simulation of achievement. It imagines the outcome. It imagines the respect. It imagines the identity. And in that moment, a small chemical reward is released. Dopamine. Not because you achieved something, but because you imagined achieving it. And this is where most people lose their momentum. Because the brain does not care whether success is real or imagined. It only reacts to the feeling of progress. So when you speak too early, you get a false sense of completion, and the motivation quietly disappears. But here is something deeper. This is not a flaw in you. This is how the human brain evolved. For thousands of years, the brain was designed to conserve energy. If it could get a reward without effort, it would take it. Because survival did not depend on big goals. It depended on saving energy for immediate threats. So now, in modern life, this ancient system creates a problem. You no longer face wild survival risks. You face long-term goals. But your brain still behaves like it is living in the past. It rewards thinking. It rewards talking. It rewards planning. Even when nothing is built yet. This is why so many people feel busy, but not transformed. Now imagine your mind like a pressure system. Every time you tell someone your goal, you release pressure. And without pressure, there is no force pushing you forward. That pressure is not emotional. It is psychological tension. And that tension is what creates consistency. When you remove it too early, you lose the internal drive to continue. So what actually works? Not silence for the sake of looking mysterious. Not hiding for attention. But something deeper. Controlled focus. Let your brain experience reward only through action. Not words. Not announcements. Not validation. Just movement. There is another psychological layer here. Your identity is shaped more by what you do in private than what you say in public. This is called self-perception. Your brain observes your behavior and builds your self-image from it. So every time you work without telling anyone, you are silently training your identity. I am someone who works. I am someone who continues. I am someone who does not need to announce effort. And slowly, this becomes automatic. Now think of it like this. There are two types of reward systems. One is external. People reacting to your words. The other is internal. Your brain reacting to your actions. External reward is fast, but unstable. Internal reward is slow, but permanent. Most people choose the fast one and lose consistency. Now let's make this practical. First, reduce verbal completion. Do not announce early goals. Let results be the announcement. Second, track privately. Your brain responds strongly to visible progress. Even small wins create momentum loops. Third, delay sharing. Train your mind to hold energy longer than comfort. This builds emotional endurance. Fourth, focus on repetition, not recognition. Because repetition rewires identity. Recognition only feeds ego. And fifth, understand this deeply. Your progress becomes powerful the moment it stops needing permission. Now bring everything together. Think of your growth like something underground. A seed does not announce itself. It does not explain its process. It simply grows in silence, until the surface can no longer hide it. And when it finally breaks through the soil, it does not need to speak. It is already visible. This is the real meaning of working in silence. Not hiding, but building something so real that explanation becomes unnecessary. So move quietly. Build slowly. Stay consistent when no one is watching. Because in the end, your success will speak in a language louder than words ever could.